What is up, everybody? It's your boy back at it again with another video, and this video is going to be very unorthodox. I don't normally make videos like this. I want to start making more videos like this, so before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and do yourselves a favor and like this video. Like the video. Let's see if we can get this video to 500 likes. Let's just 500 likes. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, oh my god, he's doing the like thing again, but trust me, this is important because A, it lets me know that you guys like the series, and B, it allows the video to thrive in the algorithm, and it shows YouTube that you guys liked it enough to show it to another person. Now, this is kind of just like some heart-to-heart type stuff, you know, real talk, whatever. So this is going to be kind of scatterbrained. It's all over the place, but I wanted to touch on something that I'm very passionate about. I'm very, very passionate about this. And I've talked to a lot of people I work with about this. I've talked to some really close friends. And I see this a lot more so as we get older. And I wish that my younger self, my younger self was smart. Trust me, I was smart. I was real smart. So I actually caught on to this early on. But I want to be able to catch more people while they're younger, help develop a mindset to let them know, like, hey, what I'm about to say, which is think about whatever you are good at. What are you good at? Answer that question right now. What are you good at? What are you good at? And where do you see do you see yourself doing that as a career in the future? And if not, ask yourself why. Is it because you just don't want to do that as a career? You want to do it as a hobby? Or do you not want to do it because your parents and the school system and people are telling you that you can't do it because it's not possible or it's not likely that it'll happen? Let me tell you something. It was very interesting. I was on Facebook the other day. I was scrolling through and it made sense. People make fun of Floyd Mayweather because he can't read, apparently. He can't read, and he made a very, very, very interesting remark. He's like, I don't have to read because I pay people to do it for me. Now, to a lot of you guys, you're like, well, that's dumb, because what if they scam you and blah, 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 whatever. Literally, the point of that whole quote is that there are way more avenues to getting, to becoming financially successful than just, you know, the traditional go to school, you know, get a degree, work a job for like 7+ years, get a raise, possibly make a little bit more money if the slot opens. If not, think about it. The people who are becoming astronomically successful, especially now, especially the young people that are becoming millionaires and all this other stuff, I've noticed something. And what I've noticed is they don't listen to anybody. They don't listen, and they do wild stuff. I'm not saying do anything wild, but I am saying take a risk. Take a risk. Especially for all the younger people watching this, like, you'll never know how successful you'll be until you try. I'll put it this way. I watch like every day for myself to kind of just continue to motivate myself. I watch compilations of people hitting 1 million subscribers. Why? Because it shows that anything is possible. When you see the people's reaction, it's so heartwarming. Especially when you go and do some research on some of those channels who started YouTube 10 years ago, and they kept grinding. They kept posting videos. They stuck true to whatever their content was. They evolved. They became a totally different person at the end. But they hit 1 million subscribers. It's a huge milestone, and they get discouraged along the way. Everybody gets discouraged because your analytics on social media do this, and that's what it's like in life. Your success rate in life does this. It's not gradually always on the up and up. It always comes crashing down, but it always goes back up. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to keep doing what you want to do. That is a passion as a career. And what I can tell you, because it sounds like I'm talking all over the place. So what I want to say is, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to do as you know, something you want to make money on, a career, whatever, just do it. Seriously, just do it, because I promise you, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people go through the school system, get a degree they don't want, work a job that they don't want to work at, and then quit and do something completely different, and then realize that if they had used that same energy going to school, working the job they didn't want to work, to just work on the craft that they were already good at. And that's why I asked in the beginning, what are you guys good at? What do you guys like doing? Because if you're good at playing sports, maybe you can work on that. And maybe if you're not good at playing sports, but you're interested in commentating on sports, start a YouTube channel. Like start commentating on highlights or something. Like if you want to be an architect or if you want to be a comic book artist or whatever, right? You know, hit up some parties, start networking. I mean, like just be active, you know? Like it's so crazy to me that we have more opportunities than we've ever had ever. And people squander them all the time just because we have these organizations, we have people telling us like, oh, we can't do this, oh, we can't do that. But it's honestly also a test to see who really wants it, who really wants to succeed. Because think about it, people complain about the 1% of people in the world with all this money, but the one thing that the 1% of people in this world have in common that a lot of people who aren't in the 1% don't have in common is they don't listen to the masses. They don't. They do their own thing. How many people have you seen that are celebrities or people with a lot of money that get slandered because they make a mistake, right? They get slandered. Do they quit? Do they give up all their money? Do they just stop being rich? Do they just stop doing what they were doing before? Nope. If anything, they continue doing it even more because they could care less what other people say. And no matter how disheartening that is for us on the receiving end of whatever they're doing, it just shows you have to have a certain mindset for stuff like this. But I'm just saying, like, I've seen so many people succeed just because of their mentality, and it's just to just do it. You miss 100% of the chances you don't take, and especially while you're young and stuff. I think it's important to understand that taking risks like that is such a huge thing. It's so huge because there's a process to this. You take enough risks, you're eventually going to succeed. You might fail 1,000 times and succeed once, but that one time you succeed might be worth all the other 1,000 times you failed. Now, I'm talking about this, like I said, for several reasons. I just see like people kind of like, I saw somebody the other day, right? I got messages from people too. Somebody the other day, like, oh my God, like, I'm not sure if I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to do Twitch. I want to do this, but I don't think it's going to work. And I'm like, but did you try? Like, people want this overnight success because we're in a society where you can literally get famous in like 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, you can get famous. For being a nobody to a somebody in less than 5 minutes. And because of how fast people have been obtaining the success, people give up so easy when they're not successful in the same time frame, and they forget that there is also an alternative way to be successful, which is literally grinding. Grinding, like literally, like respect the grind. That's why that's a phrase, respect the grind, because you know, obviously you hit milestones, especially if you're on social. I use social media because I'm on it, you know, but it could be anything. But you hit milestones. Let's say it's playing baseball. You're not going to start off being good. You're going to suck. You're going to swing and miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss every time. Like in the beginning, you might be a natural and hit most of what you're supposed to get, but you're going to be pretty trash when you start, just because you don't have the experience. Keep doing what you're passionate about, and I promise you'll be successful. In high school, I remember going through, I was going through high school and stuff, and I had this substitute teacher come up to me, and I asked him, if there's one piece of advice that you can give me right now, what would that be? And he said, he said, make sure that you don't work a job that you don't like. Like, do not make a career out of a job you don't like, basically. Obviously, there's gonna have to be some jobs that you do that you don't like to make money and make ends meet, but don't make a career out of a job you do not like. Like he said, basically to whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're talented at, whatever you're good at and enjoy, turn that into an actual job. Because if you enjoy your job, it doesn't feel like work, and you get paid to do what you would already be doing on your free time. Like, what? That's so cool. Now, for all the people out there that are experiencing, like, let's say you're doing something and your friends don't support you, or you're afraid of getting, bullied or harassed because people don't agree with what you're doing, screw them. Who cares? I know it's easier said than done because, people, not everybody has a thick skin, but literally, I just think that it's interesting that we, I don't know. I just feel like if you continue doing what you're doing and you're making progress, it doesn't matter what people say. It really doesn't. And I really feel like it's important for people to hear that. Like, don't let words get to you. Trust me, do not let words get to you. And like I said, that's also easier than said than done, because people like to take everything so serious. But if you want to be successful, trust me, you're gonna have to have a thick skin, and it's I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like people second guess themselves a lot, and I hate seeing people waste their potential. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I had a friend, like I said, another gamer. Like, I hang around a lot of people who game and, you know, do a whole lot of things. And he's like, and he streams every day on Twitch. Like, well, he doesn't stream. He plays video games every single day. He puts, like, I think he's put in maybe, like, if we could calculate all the hours he spent playing video games, it's been like 100,000 plus, 154,000 hours of gaming on one console. That's ridiculous. Now imagine if he streamed every time he played games. That dude would probably be the next Ninja or something. Think about it. Possibly, or something, right? Like, he would have something to show for it. But like, and I know not everybody wants to do stuff like that, but I'm saying, like, whatever you're passionate about, just do it. If people are discouraging you, it's because they want you to be stuck where they are. They don't want to see you succeed because it makes them feel insecure. It makes them feel like they have to do more with their life to be accepted, quote unquote. Don't worry about that. Do you. Seriously, do you. I'm grinding right now. I honestly am. I'm making videos every day. I worked a pizza job, and I'm also in the military, and it's hard. It is hard. So I quit the pizza job, obviously, to do this. A lot more so, but it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is very hard. It takes a lot of patience. Things don't always go the way they say. People think that being a YouTuber, oh my God, a YouTuber, this is like the dream job. It is, trust me, it is a dream job, but it comes with so many repercussions. Imagine trying to live off of YouTube pay. Imagine that. Because I promise you, it's the most inconsistent thing you'll ever experience, especially with the new guidelines, the new policy changes. It almost seems every quarter there's a new policy change. And on top of that, like, people lose interest and regain interest all the time. Like, people lose interest. They say that the 2 months out of the year that are like the lowest for engagement are January and February. And then there's some other months throughout the year that are kind of low, but the lowest months are January, February. And it hurts, you know, like seeing, like, you know, divots in your analytics. It's rough. And then on top of that, like I said, imagine living off of that. Like, imagine expecting a certain paycheck every month, and 1 month your channel just doesn't do good, and you're living off of that, and you're like, dang, like, there's a lot that goes into this. And then of course, like, making a video. So I see this all the time. Like, people, they put in like hours and hours and hours into videos, and their videos do horrible. It happens to me a lot. Like, I'll make a heavily edited video, I think it's hot shit, I post it, and it does horrible. But then I post a video where I'm just talking, I don't edit anything, I'm just being myself. I'm like, whatever, I'm myself in all my videos, but I love editing because I feel like your editing style reflects your personality. But then that video does really good, like really good. So I'm just saying, it's a very sticky market, but I'm just saying, like, if you're able to make it through the grind, you will absolutely be successful. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. Now, I know this is a random thing nobody really wants to hear about or talk about or whatever, but if you guys got any topics you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. I just figured this can motivate somebody. This can help somebody out there that is skeptical about doing something because they feel discouraged or they feel like it won't work. Like I said, this conversation has been all over the place, but let me know what your guys' thoughts and feelings are in the comments down below. And don't forget to like the video. Seriously, it really helps. It puts the video into the algorithm. It shares it with other people that can get help as well, you know, because I really feel like more people need to hear this. More people need to hear that there are more than one way to succeed in this world, and you can succeed doing what you love doing. People just don't want you to know that. And I want to make sure that everybody, at least that subscribed to me, knows about it. Or everybody that watches this video needs to know that you can succeed doing what you're passionate about. Seriously, you can. And I don't say that lightly. You just have to be willing to make it through the grind and take risks. Take risks. It's scary, but it's worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a longer video than I expected, but it was totally worth it. Hopefully somebody got something out of that. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have a Discord linked in the description down below if you want to join. Talk to me about anything, and I'll talk to you guys later. But until the next time I see you guys again, take care. Peace.